It is just an amazing message that God has for this church at Pergamum. And as we are talking through the nuances of these churches, I hope that you're feeling the spiritual inference as well as the practical one. Here comes an even more impactful practical word that God has for you, his church. To the church of Pergamum, he says, the one who is or has the double-edged sword. He says, I know where you live. Now that's a word for somebody today. Just relish in that for a moment, that he's been talking to the previous two churches and he says, I know your works. I know what you're dealing with. I know what you're having to maneuver through. But this message to the church, he says, I know what is in your environment. I know what is holding you. I know what's hosting you. I know what is dealing against you. I know the context in which you wake up and you go to sleep. I know what's on your mind. I know where you live. And when Jesus says this, he's taking in full consideration of everything that we have to go through, everything that we must live through. And this is undeniably a beautiful promise to the person who is living in some hard scenarios. Now, I don't come from a rough background, but I can imagine coming from third world scenarios. I can imagine coming from scenarios where there is crime that is high all the time. I didn't have that in my lot, but he knows where I came from and he knows where you live. What's so beautiful about that is that no matter where our circumstances may lead us, or even our environments in which we are brought up in, Jesus knows exactly how we've had to and what we've had to fight through in order to make it to this moment in our lives. And he says, listen, you are my child, and I'm covering and keeping you. As a matter of fact, I know where you live, and I want you to live where I live.